So I decided to mount the camera so you can kind of see what's going on here. Basically, I stuck it on a Kim Wipes box and used a roll of electrical tape. And this is one of the little cells I made with the two-way carbon and a separator with the electrolyte. And some of the results are pretty neat, actually. Let's see if we can get something here. Sometimes when it overloads, that means it's way out of the range. But every once in a while you can catch it'll do some kind of weird thing and it'll go to nanofarads, which is no good. That would be ridiculous. But every once in a while it'll come back into the range where it needs to go, and it refuses to do it. But at one time, and then it'll do this 1 nanofarad, 0 nanofarad thing, which is a bad reading, and then there you go. It'll spike up and down just depending on the surface area, because of the fact that I haven't meshed the electrolyte very well. If you squeeze it down and rub it, it will actually produce a better result. More consistent result. There you go. There's some. And these are just in the ultrafarad range. This is literally a tiny little thing. It's about 1.25 inches by 3/4 of an inch. It's kind of neat. The other test cells, you guys know these. These are about the same size. I mean, if that gives you an idea, that's a glass slide. And then this is the same. It's about the surface area of a postage stamp, maybe a little more, not even that. And I was getting as high as 16 and 18,000 ultrafarads off of just this little. This is nothing. You wrap this hundreds and hundreds of times, and you're talking about a normal electrolytic capacitor or battery. I mean, this is. You can see how thin it is. It's 2 pieces of foil thick, and it's just that much surface area. So when you get bigger stuff, you're getting some real serious stuff. Of course, I'm fooling around with. See, this is what I did. Ta-da! There's the mount system. I'm taking the graphene oxide and boiling it so that I can concentrate it, much like you would a red wine sauce or something else of French cooking. And then here's some more electrolyte on just straight aluminum foil, and it's having a negative effect. So I was hoping to be able to just put it to regular aluminum foil, but it probably needs to go on a carbon-coated foil, because the electrodes, they just disintegrate. They oxidize, and then they do this terrible patterning of corrosion, basically. And you can kind of see where the difference in the foil is, where the light color and the dark meet. Like this is, not very. This might have a little layer of it, and then that had a serious layer on it. But that's the results for today. We're just fooling around with stuff. That was made yesterday. I made that yesterday just to throw it together and do better tests, not on a glass slide. And next we'll be packaging a bunch of these up and stacking them. And that hinted at demonstration module will be, this is a current 9-volt battery. This is a very crude, I just taped it together. This is a 9-volt supercapacitor battery that I used as a demonstration model. Oh, if I can get some. No one accused me of being Steven Spielberg or any of those other good directors. But this, I just, soldered together quick. It's nothing big. But this was a demonstration model of supercapacitors that I used, where I would put it in a small guitar amplifier. And normally you put that in there, and you play your little guitar. I have a prototype Gibson that was made for me, so I might be able to play just a little bit. that sounds like a bragging, but it's not. The point is that you put this in the amplifier after you charge it after, a minute or so, and people go, oh, wow, that's neat. But if I can sandwich a bunch of these together and do the same as that or this, but charge it in a couple seconds, depending on the amperage I can trickle into the thing, that would be a pretty impressive 9-volt battery. That's the plan. Let's see if I can do it. I might as well video it and say it aloud, and then you guys will know what I'm working on. Once I get to that stage where I have a 9-volt battery, or at least something else, there's a AA battery over there that I made, kind of wrapped up. It's right there. It's not really a AA battery, but it works much like one. I'll say that. The voltage is a little lower. Carrier voltage is 0.8 volts on that. So, but it charges very quickly and holds a lot of energy, a ridiculous amount of energy. So that's what we're up to. I'll get back with you guys in an update maybe tomorrow or the next day. Cheers!